All right.
Yeah.
Welcome back to our channel, everybody.
Yes. Back to another week of GHT.
Yes, we're going to spill it. This week was intense,
It was
so there's lots to talk about. Where should we start?
I don't know, because like, maybe we should just knock the fillers out and then spin like the...
Okay, knock the fillers out.
Okay. Big fills. We've been having a lot of Lulu filler. I mean, I know it's kind of Lulu Franco, but Lulu is out.
Lulu at the beginning of the week comes home. She's startled by this big surprise that Nina has thought up with her absent-mindedness. She must be too worried about her engagement.
That nobody cares for.
That no one, literally not anyone, is happy about. But, yeah, then, that kind of spirals into her whole side conversation with Curtis and Nina, even. They're both still kind of, throwing it out there that Franco's innocent.
Right.
A lot of people feel like they know Franco very well now and that he's a changed man.
Right.
And they just don't buy it. And frankly, I'm pretty sure that Lulu doesn't buy it.
Lulu now does not buy it.
I mean,
maybe
by
in the beginning, by the end of the week, she's like, something not right.
You know she knows something's up.
Right.
So we'll get to that.
We'll get to that.
Because I feel like the arraignment part of that is like a whole
other
conversation we could just squeeze in together.
Right. Also with Lulu, we're still looking for Dante. He's a big topic as of the past couple of weeks. Not a big topic, but they keep bringing his name up more and more in the past couple of weeks. I don't know. Maybe a reappearance of Dante?
I'm thinking that's down the line. I hope.
Right.
Even if it were to exit him again, I don't really know what their strategy would be in that situation. I mean, I really hope that he's not really dead or something.
Oh no.
Or ends up that way. Let's hope that doesn't happen. But you do have, I mean, that leads into later in the week, Sonny, gets word that basically Dante's on his own.
The WSB is pretty much like
can't step in for whatever reason.
He didn't went rogue, so but Scorpio Robert is trying to do what he can. At least that's what he's telling Sonny, that he's gonna do what he can. So we'll see.
I mean, Sonny's gonna go out for. He's gonna go after his son on his own. It doesn't matter.
With his pregnant
He
wife.
says oh, no stress. Don't stress her out. But you should definitely go to Turkey and try to track down your son.
Who is trying to track down another crazy person.
Stuff. Yeah, that's not gonna end good.
Yeah, no.
But that's far in the future. I mean, if you shoot over to the floating rib during all this stuff, we want to talk about filling time here. You got a lot going on at the floating rib in this
Everybody's
whole week.
on a date.
Everybody
it was still Valentine's Day on Monday.
Point.
It was still Valentine's Day on Monday.
It was. Everybody ended up there at some point. You got Julian and Kim.
On a
They're
date.
doing great.
I don't know how
has
great they doing, because I feel like Julian, he still has a Jones in his bones for Alexis. So I don't know.
I think Kim is definitely his best attempt. That is Julian really trying to put his feelings aside and move on with his life. He's trying to distract himself from that and really trying to prove to himself, not only everybody else, but to himself, that he's over that. And I don't think either one of them are, but I honestly don't know if they'll actually end up back together.
I don't know if they will, but I don't know if Kim and Julian will last either. I don't know.
I mean, it could go either way.
Right.
Kim could end up back with Drew. Because you see, I mean, I don't want to jump to that situation yet. Let's wait a second. Let's continue about the floating rib. You have Julian and Kim. You have Willow and Chaser on their Valentine's
and they're
Day.
cute. They're really cute.
Like that.
I do. However, Michael was jonesing for her too. So if whoever she picked out the two, I would honestly be okay with either or, because she's just cute with both of them.
Yeah. I just, they formed a bond, and I get that she's kind of thinks, okay, I have this bond with Michael, but he doesn't even know the truth.
the truth is so close to home for him, it might not be so great.
Well, I mean, and then you've got to think it's all going to unravel until the final conclusion that that's actually his baby, not hers.
Not hers. And then that will really get ugly if you put them together and it's like, this ain't even your baby, it's my baby, and yeah, no.
There's gonna be some drama.
Right.
And then you have like, you have conversations between all of those people start interacting. You got Lucas and Brad. You got Brad at the bar with Julian. They keep going back and forth about the Willow thing. Now, Julian does not know that that's Nell's baby.
Right. He really
thinks it's some homeless woman.
Right.
So he's got a rude awakening coming with that. Like, if he knew that that's how deep he was in, because he's already salty about being involved as we are right now, because he's like, listen, I'm the one trying to rebuild my life, my reputation.
However, he's still so adamant about don't tell Lucas. Nobody wants to tell Lucas anything when like even the simple thing is thinking Willow's the mother, like, or Willow thinking she's the mother, like say, I don't know, but I guess if you tell him Willow is the mom or Willow thinks she's the mom, then it's gonna unravel it all faster. I mean, I get it, but it's just like Lucas already doesn't really mess with Julian like that. So for Julian to be in on this secret cahoots with Brad, it's not gonna look good for him later either.
Oh, your son is definitely done with you after that. Like, that's
also at the floating rib, we have Michael on the most awkward date ever.
Oh my God. Zoe, Chloe, what the hell was her name? Zoe, right?
Zoe, I think, yeah.
That girl, first of all, I'm like, this bitch, how dare you treat Michael an idiot. Like that?
Just, like how you just, I'm just going to play on my phone.
Well, she was like, what do you call her, practical Zoe.
I guess.
She was like, this is like not about that. I need to like get down to business. I'm trying to find a man.
Right.
Whatever.
But she's been on a zillion dates.
About it was really just so.
She was like, I have another date. Wait, what? You have another date?
It was the freaking shrink.
Who was an old man.
Who she then, she played him right in front of Alexis and then walked out. She was like, bye. You're old.
Yeah, I classified her in my notes here as, what's the new phrase? A Fatiana. Yeah, she wasn't my cup of tea.
No. And I mean, that just goes along with, I think Michael and Alexis have a side conversation. Lucas and Kim have like a side conversation.
Everybody talking to everybody. They just filling a bunch of fluff.
Yeah. Michael talks to Willow for a minute. They try to include him in their little date.
Nobody wants your pity. No, I don't want to be in your date.
Julian and Alexis talk. She says something about their future.
Right.
The relationships, their future relationship, blah, blah, blah.
So now Julian's Wills is like, what?
Which later in the week, she does kind of retract that statement and kind of fix what she meant. I don't know. I really honestly think that Alexis knows that that's bad for her, and she's really, really trying to like steer herself in the opposite direction. And I think she might end up being successful. I don't know. But I just have to say one thing. Alexis spends so much time in bars, and she's a recovering alcoholic. Every time you see Alexis, she is at a bar. That cannot be the only place to get food.
I mean, you got that Metrocore and you got Kelly's, but she is always at Charlie's or
the floating rib.
Yeah.
I can't with that.
That can't be good for you.
That's temptation for you, girl. What? Oh, yeah, like Chase is, kind of asking Willow, what's the deal with you and Brad? Why do I always feel these bad vibes when you're around them? And she, brushes that off. And Julian's going in on Brad about how this could all go south real quick. And, Lucas is over there talking to Kim like there ain't a care in the world. He's like, oh yeah, we're just, trying to find time for us, and we miss our son, blah, 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 blah.
It was just a bunch of fluff on Monday. However, where we going to turn to next is we conclude Monday. Oops. on Laura.
Oh yeah.
Finding Kevin. What?
Oh, she found him.
Dun, dun, dun. I was like, oh my God.
But then immediately gets drugged by Ryan. Like, we didn't see that coming.
It's always something. Ain't never no happy ending.
I knew he didn't walk away for good. Do you think he was like... I mean, he should have, but in the soap opera world, nobody ever, like, really walks away for good.
You know, keep with the flow of the whole Kevin, Ryan... Laura, I can't remember. I mean, Kevin and Ryan, I be mixing them up. I'm like, do I call him Ryan or do I call him Kevin?
I'm actually finding it hard to like Kevin again because I've seen Ryan for so long.
My thing is, I feel like at this point, from this point forward in any video, he's no longer Kevin. Now that Kevin is back on the scene,
he's Ryan.
Ryan now. He's locked Kevin and Laura in a basement at Ferncliff. He's taken off and headed over to court to be with Ava.
Which she's already, now she sees Julian and they have a conversation where she's like freaking out. He was supposed to be there. Where is he? So I feel like his little absences in time, like his excuses are only going to last for so long. She's going to, I feel like you know how it is, everyone's going to come to the conclusion like at the same time. But in different places in the city.
Like y'all should have known this.
And like something really crazy is going to be going down as they're all figuring it out. Like,
I don't know. Maybe Laura's death. Maybe, you know what?
Oh God,
listen,
I really hope not.
Listen. I've been, coming up with some ideas, and they've been happening. Know what's I think is gonna happen and gonna catch Ryan up. You know who he gonna go after? Who I think he gonna go after for that final shot before he get busted?
Who?
Pregnant Carly.
Really?
I think so. Because she was so shady to them when they was trying to announce we're engaged. Listen, I will say this. Ryan is a smooth talker because the way he was pouring out his heart to Ava, I was like, okay, come through with the game. Because he was spitting it all.
They're engaged. That happened.
Engaged. Ava's never been married, which, dang, I mean.
Now it makes me feel even worse for her. And the fact that Laura is in that basement and she's even thinking about Ava. Like,
I know. Even
she wants to make sure she's not going to get hurt.
Right.
Her daughter's already dead because of this man.
Right.
And like you just see Laura and Kevin in the basement. They have this very touching reunion. I mean, it did pull at my heartstrings a little bit. Poor guy's blind. I feel bad for him.
I'm evil. It didn't pull at me. I'm just like, hurry up and get out the basement.
I know.
Because you hear Laura keep touching on, I thought Ryan was dead. I thought he died.
Yeah, when is she going to get mad about that?
Kevin gonna,
I should probably not have kept him alive and hidden all these years.
Right.
Maybe I should have told somebody. Had his ass locked up for real.
Because now, is Kevin going to be in trouble for
harboring
this
person?
Fugitive murder?
Like that could be a thing. I was just really sitting back wondering, like, why is she not like snapped? Like, I get you're in this situation, you're so happy to see him, but like,
she doesn't know that he kept him alive. She just thinks that he appeared out of anywhere. She doesn't know. That's why she keeps mentioning that. She's like, where did he come from? Like, we thought he was dead 25. And Kevin's like, it doesn't matter. We're together. Yeah.
Well, she definitely is still trying to slowly roll it back to, because she. Even on, like, I think it was Thursday or Friday, she's like, well, how long have you been in here? When did this start? And he's starting to tell her step by step what was really going down. So that's going to be interesting. But, yeah, we came up before we started filming with our theory on what's going to happen. Like, they're in Ferncliff and Franco's in Ferncliff. So I think maybe somehow he figures out they're down there. I don't know. I want to say it has something to do with the pipes now. We've had him doing Morse code before.
Right.
They banged on the doors and no one hears that, but those pipes might go
all the way up.
However,
Morse code was Ryan, not Kevin. Because it was when Carly was in there.
That was Kevin.
Already? I don't remember. Guys, I'm a blur.
Well, that's what he said. If you look back at like Thursday's episode or something like that, Friday's episode, I don't know.
Oh, when she asked him, she was like,
Carly
said somebody, he was like, that was me.
That was me, yeah. So, I mean, we would really have to go back and investigate at that time where it works out. But I feel like General Hospital's not going to mess them up.
No.
But they could.
Right.
Another little fluff piece is you got like Charlotte and Spencer going back and forth. That's just weird.
It was just petty, and I was just like over it. I kind of like ran through that portion of it. I really didn't even pay it any
we're
attention.
still talking about whether or not he's going to confess to tampering with the votes. I don't care.
Right.
There are way more pressing issues. Little
way more.
No, I'm just kidding.
But since she mentioned Franco being in Ferncliff, how about we head back to how we got there in the first place?
Wait, before you say that though, the only thing is with the whole Spencer thing on the side, I think the reason they keep going back to this is that he's literally waiting for her. Everyone's waiting for Laura. Where is Laura?
Right.
Her daughter's going through one of the most difficult days of her life. And she's not there. People are going to start wondering. Okay, now let's go.
Okay. She mentioned Franco being in Ferncliff. That pulled on my heartstrings.
Jordan obviously has this mastermind plan.
Yeah, which we hope works. But we'll get to the end where we don't know. We can talk about that later. But, yeah, she has this mastermind plan. She wants him to plead guilty. He hasn't told anybody that this is the route he's gonna take, even though he wants to. But Jordan's like, no, you can't. It will, mess up. Blah 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 blah. But he has all these people rooting for him, thinking that he didn't do it. Ava's in the courtroom, knowing that he didn't do it. Liz, Drew, even Curtis in the courtroom, and he know he didn't do it. You know what I mean? So. For him to stand up and plead guilty, Scott is like, I think you forgot the key word.
Liz is like, Franco,
what are you doing? Like, everybody's like, and he's like, no, basically he know what he's doing.
The look on his face, every one of those people that you just mentioned walked up to him and was like, dude, what? WTF.
Right.
And he was just like,
his poor face. So.
Like about to break.
Scott rolls this idea. I forgot what he called it.
He's like kind of pleading like he's mentally unstable in a way.
So this is how he gets remanded to Ferncliff for 2 weeks so he can
gives him some time supposedly
get some evaluations done, whatever. But before they take him away, Elizabeth walks up and she's like, how could you? She slaps him, throws the ring at him, and when he bends on, he's crying. Like, his little choke that he lets out, I'm just like, oh my God. Like, you guys are killing me.
He's like a dog outside in the cold. Nobody wants him.
Ava comes up to him. She's like, what are you doing? Are you like Kiki? Like,
and it was weird because Ava did not even press it. I think she looked in that man's eyes. She was like,
because his face gave it all away. If you were close to him or somebody that was rooting for him, such as Elizabeth, when he looked at you, it was all in his face, all in his eyes. That this is just something that he had to do.
He had to do it. And even when Scotty questioned him, like, what are you doing? He was like, I know you know what I'm doing.
Right.
I'm obviously not saying I did it because I did it.
Right.
So,
I mean, then you shoot over to Elizabeth running home. She's a little sad, and Drew shows up. Cam?
Well, yeah.
I want to strangle
They
him.
get into it twice this week. He,
that mouth. Oh. That mouth. The way he talks to his mother. I mean, I understand this.
Have you lost it?
I understand it's a soap and blah, 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 but how you let that boy in your face talking to you like that, and you don't say nothing to shut him down? Do nothing to shut him down. No, you can't do nothing on TV, soap opera world, stuff like that. But Drew has to be the one to step in, like, hey, you're not going to talk to your mom like that. You should have crushed him.
But it didn't even matter. But I mean, I give it to Cameron, the actor that's playing him. He's playing it really well.
His face
because
is like...
he was heated.
Right, he was upset.
He was like, if you don't care about my brothers, I will. And he was like, ugh. He laughed. I was like...
I was ready to fight him. I was like, you
Franco need to come home and whoop that ass. That's what he need to do. Talk to my wife like that. But you know what? She's I feel bad. I mean, I kind of feel bad a little bit for Liz, even though she's not my favorite character.
I do. I feel for her. She's upset.
I feel for her because she's in the dark here. But she's still got it in her head. Something has to be up.
Right. Just same thing with Drew. He's like, something ain't right.
Which I love that. Franco definitely needs that cheering squad because everything will fall apart if they don't believe in him. He'll end up
really going back to
he'll be thinking, okay, maybe I did do it. Just kill me. Give me the death sentence, whatever. He'll give up on everything. So that's, I don't know. But if you want to, do you want to finish up with Liz and how she ended up going to work?
Yeah, that was a fluffer moment for me.
Terry.
Terry is, some characters on the soap, you just feel like they're expendable. Carrie's expendable. We can totally. I mean, she's okay though. But yeah, she needs to scream it out. She's not sad, but she's mad. So she needs to scream. However, her scream seems more like a shrill, and I was just like,
yeah, that was awful. That was awful. Yeah, I mean, I applaud her for trying to be the friend that she was trying to be.
Yeah, absolutely. She was trying to help her out.
It did probably help. It probably did.
Right.
But, yeah.
So, also, sticking around that same thing, Curtis gives Drew a little
tidbit.
He can't say much because he doesn't really know much because Jordan hasn't even put him down on the plan. But he knows that Jordan knows that Franco didn't do it.
Right.
So he lets him know like something's going on. You know, can't say because I don't know, but it's something.
Yeah. I mean, I hope that Drew gets that message to
Liz so she can start freaking out.
Right. And
so, I mean,
but, yeah, because I mean, we got a lot of other things going on as well.
Let's see. I mean, before we, we want to keep hitting with the Maxie and
Peter have their scheme going on. She gets the nail clippings from the manicure appointment with Sasha. She gets the DNA test from, or she gets the DNA off the coffee mug.
Right. She takes it to GH. GH is like, we're backlogged as always. I swear, I feel like GH is always backlogged. Like,
right.
But
exactly.
They can't do it right away. So she says she knows somewhere else in Poughkeepsie. Her and Peter are going to drive there and get it within 24 hours. So, I mean, I don't know.
I mean, she doesn't even really want to know.
She's
getting scared now. She's like, shit,
you know what I mean?
I'm about to just crumble this woman.
And I feel her though. Like, I mean, it's going to break Nina's heart, which in turn she'll probably break Valentine's face, which is okay.
I'll say it again. I can't wait for Nina's ass to go crazy. I mean, I don't want her to like be locked up or anything, but I do want to see
revenge.
Because honestly, the lovey-dovey side is
sickening. Oh my God.
Well, we don't need help.
We don't need help. Where'd it get there? Nina wants to change her will to include Sasha now. Oh yeah,
that will change with Alexis was intense.
I don't know what they're gonna do about that. Right. I mean, hopefully Maxie gets back this information quick before Alexis files all this information.
I mean, Alexis was not happy when she heard that they were getting married again. Which is just funny because everybody is throwing so much shade. Right. Because everybody just knows he is a dog. Like, it is not going to end good.
D-O-G.
It is not going to end good.
It's not. And, Sasha, I feel like when she went to get the manicure with Maxie and Maxie was talking about all things great about Nina, she was feeling it. Like, she was in her head. She was, in her mind, she's thinking, like, she knows this whole situation is messed up.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Because she, like we talked about last time, she really does care about Nina now. Right. She's become a part of her life, and she really wants to do the right thing, but it scares her, probably. Right. It's going to crush her. Now all these people care about her, and it's like, do we all keep the secret, or do we crush her? Right. Or facilitate and help Valentine crush her? Because in the end, I mean, the only two people that did it are Sasha and Valentine. Right. Curtis didn't, he helped, but didn't have anything to do with that scheme. So there's a lot of people that are in the crosshairs, but aren't necessarily involved. So those people will stand by Nina and carry her through that situation. I really think that that's what's going to end up happening. It will come out. A couple other little side notes, like other little fluffy type of things. You got like that conversation between Kim and Drew about Oscar being as a child, because I really think Kim. Now,
this is after Carly has had her doctor's appointment.
Yes,
and
I was going to say, we haven't even touched on that.
That
which was at the
Carly
very beginning.
is pregnant.
She is for sure.
She is for sure. They're for sure going to go through with it.
Yeah, Sunny wants her. The idea.
Sunny's like, cut out the stress. She's decided to split majority of her time, give Olivia more stuff on her plate to run the hotel.
Of course, it's going to be hard to keep doing all these things and not telling anybody why.
Right.
Obviously, people are going to find out you're pregnant sooner or later. But
I mean, Jocelyn almost walks in and finds out.
Yes.
So.
Yeah. So, and I mean, you also have their little trip they're planning. That's
to
another
Niagara
side note.
Falls.
Shout out.
Shout out to where we at.
I know, because most of the people watching this video are probably our family or friends, so not like they don't already know.
Right.
But if you happen to be a General Hospital fan and you're like on YouTube just Googling General Hospital or searching, you might come across our channel and our videos. That's where we at.
We're in Niagara Falls.
New York.
Yes.
Okay, not the Canadian side.
No.
We are from
But
New
Port
York.
Charles
Niagara Falls.
is in New York, so well, Port Charles.
Yeah. So supposedly
they're not far from us.
Our hometown. We'll see. Maybe they film some stuff here.
They might. I don't know if they'll
Or they
film
just
some.
make
They'll
it
probably
look
just show
like
the
it.
water and everything, but they really do show the water because, I mean, GH people who've been watching for a while, back when Valentine first came on the scene with Charlotte and he was trying to kidnap Charlotte from her other mother, who wasn't really her mother, he ran away with her to Niagara Falls.
I feel like they've been in Niagara Falls lots of times.
Oh, lots of times. But when they showed Niagara Falls, they show the whole picture of the falls, but they shoot it from the Canadian side to the Niagara Falls side, so you can see the casino. You can see everything on our side from that side. So I'm like, oh, look at here. We're famous.
But you know what? I guarantee you, like, the up close things are not gonna like be like live shots at the falls. They're gonna fake that. They're gonna make a set.
Yeah.
And they're gonna call it Niagara Falls. But that's okay. At least we're on the show.
Right.
I mean, that's cool. We do
I always wanted a cameo.
Right? We would, trust me, if they were there, we'd be there. Like, in the background, like...
talking to each other.
I'd be like on their Instagrams, like, I'm right behind you. Turn around.
Creep.
Yeah. But no. That's fun. We'll see how that goes.
That's cute. I mean, Oscar can't get his license because he's sick.
Sucks.
It was sad.
But you know, and like by the end of the week, you see like after Cameron has that second really big blow up with his mom, like they say, okay, we're going tomorrow.
Right.
Carly's kind of in on it, but not because she realizes that they're trying to keep it on the down low.
Right.
She's like, I'm not about that life. This kid has a life-threatening disease.
Right.
And if he dies while you're in Niagara Falls, we're all in some trouble.
Right.
Because I'm your mother. So
and they have a new girl on the scene. I always love when they bring in new kids. Like Trina's not new, but she's new. She hasn't really had any screen time, so to speak. So I always like when they bring in new kids because it's like now you got new faces. They can grow with the show.
Maybe love interest for Cam.
No.
I want to look with Jocelyn.
She seems very like.
Yeah. You know, I was thinking like all this time. How have we not circled back with Oscar and Jocelyn to the whole losing their V cards together?
They haven't done that yet, but I'm sure.
Remember back in the day they were on the verge?
Right.
And it was like a big to do, which it always is with young couples.
Right, absolutely. Yes.
It's always the, not till we're ready. Oh, are we ready? Da-da-da. Well, now he's about to die. How is that not the first on the list? I would have had that book that Cameron would have been like,
we got to do this. I ain't going out without losing it.
January 1st through the rest of your life, we're going to do,
I don't know. I get what you're saying.
It's eventually going to happen and I'm there for it.
And it's going to be it's going to be a really sweet moment. They'll show it.
And then he'll go to sleep and die right
after.
Oh my
God, you're so cruel.
That's what happens in movies and TV.
That's not how Stone went out.
No, that's not. But
anyways.
Anyhow. You have, D.A. Dawson. She's in a couple of episodes here. Obviously, she's in the courtroom. That we'll skip because it doesn't really matter.
Right.
She just did her job.
She participated.
Yes.
Stella participated this week.
Yes.
Stella and Marcus. I have officially deemed this whole Stella Marcus thing is Stella is getting her groove back.
She is.
That's how I'm
looking
at it.
She will end up back with this dude. I think they'll get their second chance. And it's like fluff and filler and all that.
Right.
But I don't mind it, whatever. But I do just want to jump right back to D.A. Dawson for 1 second because we find out this week she's involved with the DOD. She's going to seminars. She's hooked.
And she's talking too much, too.
How? Like, when I saw her with...
She's talking too much.
Now she done told him all
about
this
Drew
about
and the
flash
secrets.
drive. You know the flash drive's going missing now.
He gonna break into his house.
He's gonna make sure that man don't get his memories back.
However, never mind. I'm waiting for that later.
Yeah. I mean,
I'm jumping ahead of myself.
Too long, but we're definitely gonna get to that.
Yeah, another filler. Christina asked Michael to borrow money so she could pay for some more help from the DOD. We don't even need to talk about that.
Stop all that
blah, 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 blah. Okay, I think we have pretty much did everybody's fluff.
Yeah, let's finish with no.
No more fluff. So let's get serious.
Yeah. Do you just want to go right into like the Shiloh, Sam, Jason world?
It's everything.
I mean, there's a lot to go with it.
And I was shaking. Y'all, I don't know if y'all can see this, but I mean, I need to show y'all my notes. I don't know if y'all can see all the scribbles. Like, I was writing so fast. I was so stressed. My hands were shaking.
Well, let's not get too far ahead.
Cabot. That was, it was a filler for a little while, but it leads up to the end.
Yes. Cabot, Anna, Finn. They restore this man's vision. He starts to let the information come out. At the very end, you realize
it's the memory mapping.
That this is what the whole project was.
Right.
And now there's 2 other people affected, and the only other 2 identical twins in town are Jason and Drew. And we won't jump to that quite yet because I just really want to kind of go back through the steps of how we led up to that scene, those ending scenes. You've got Sam meeting up with Shiloh, not once but twice. Right. I think the first time was at the Floating Rib.
Yeah.
They have a conversation about making the plan to go somewhere. Show her.
At this point, we don't know what this something is.
Right. She's like blindly like, yeah, sure, I'm gonna go, blah, blah, blah. Which was really kind of annoying me. When she met up with Jason, like at first it's like, oh, it's all cute and all, you guys are like sneaking around, I love it. But then like you get right into the conversation, you're like, well, yeah, of course I'm gonna go off with him somewhere. Like,
I have to.
Yeah, what else are you willing to do, Sam? Because I'm not going to play that with you.
No, we ain't.
We're not going to get to the point where you're like, well, then I have to sleep with him to get the information. No, you don't. Because guess what we'll end up with? Whose baby is this?
Oh, Lord. No.
And I'm not going there again.
Okay? Not again. Anywho.
That's getting way off topic. But
Sam, they go to, by the next visit, what's the next visit?
They end up at he ends up telling her, meet me at the Metro Court. That's where we're going to leave from. And then she like sees him there and she's like, so like I have kids and stuff. You mind telling me where we're going? And he's
they're
like,
all right.
No,
they'll be all right.
You don't need to know. Well, when we get there, you'll get there.
Then with that grandma, you be all right.
I mean, that's the
First
truth.
off, any real person, this whole DOD thing is fake. Because I'm not going nowhere with you without being able to tell somebody where I'm going. I don't even go on vacation without giving my mother the hotel I'm staying at and the number.
Granted, you got Jason with the GPS device.
He's
like obviously
telling her.
Yeah. Now I didn't think he was gonna tell her that freaking close. He was literally in the building with them. But I feel like Jason either thinks it's one of 2 things. He's going to get you in there. He's going to kill you.
Right.
Or he's going to get you in there and he's going to seduce you. And let me tell you, Jason ain't having neither.
Okay. Because I was thinking the same thing about the death, though. I wasn't so much as seducing. Because I figured like Sam would hold her ground. But I thought he was taking her up to that tower, like push her off of it or something. I was like, I don't know. My mind went immediately to negative thoughts. I was like,
right. But I'm trying to think, like, what does this have to do with mind control? I get that he kind of slowly chips away at people, like we've seen over time here. But like, really, how does he get in their heads like that?
I don't know. Harmony knows something.
Yeah, Harmony showed up. Now while we're on Shiloh, we have to talk about that. She shows up and he's like,
why are you
could have just called. And she's like, no, this is
it's getting serious.
Like, Jason is scary.
What they say, some imp? I think it was
Impish?
Spinelli.
Impish? Yes, of course it was Spinelli. Showed up there asking questions.
So they didn't
now they know.
Push Jason off like they thought they would. Obviously, they know he's still digging.
And now they know, Spinelli now has told them that other people have come up dead. This other guy was a follower of DOD, betrayed that or whatever, wanted to leave.
Got into it with Shiloh.
A day later.
Ended up dead.
suspected Shiloh, and then a girl follower steps up and says, "Oh no, it was me," and now she's in jail.
Does that remind you of something?
Yep, that reminds me of
Daisy. Oh.
But I just still cannot wrap my head around,
why these
like, is there something he does to them at that lighthouse that, like, hypnotizes them or, like, puts something deep-seated into their mind? Like, it's crazy to me. Because obviously, like, we know from looking at Sam's face during her conversations with him that she's not really buying his shit.
Right.
But it still just makes me feel very uneasy.
We'll never know what happens at the tower. Anyways.
Because now we've been interrupted. Jason and Drew get struck by the illness at the moment that
every other twin is getting struck by.
Yes, that there's got to be somebody else that's affected by this. So,
because he mentions the memory map, and they're like, "Well, you didn't get the memories from Alex." She was like, "No, it did work." Then she's like, "Andre Maddox continued your research, and he actually performed this on." And then we like. Drew and Jason. As she's figuring this out, they're both having massive headaches at this point.
Jason falls down the stairs. Honestly, that wasn't a bad enough fall. You gonna be fine. Now, Drew, on the other hand, as horrible as that scene was to watch, and it was not because I felt bad for what was happening, it was the production of it all, but this is General Hospital. They don't have a high production budget, I'm sure. But they do the best they can. And just that those little legs getting hit. Like, poor Jordan.
She is obsessed with Jordan's legs being the last thing you see once the character.
Like, it was bad.
We shouldn't be laughing. Because
somebody got hurt. Pretty slow. And you also just, like
But he gasses it. Once his head goes down.
Because he fell unconscious.
But my thing is, how is that even possible? Okay,
you your foot right away.
Your foot, as soon as you felt the instant headache, I would
be like, nope, I ain't going no further.
However, you had your foot closer to the brake when you was driving.
And then all of a sudden it's like,
I'm on gas now.
Right.
Come on. Come on.
That's ridiculous.
And Jordan, your reaction time, I don't know, maybe the car was moving faster than what I'm taking it from the other side of the TV.
Right.
But I felt like you ain't even try and move. Like, you just screamed and that was it. Like.
But, I mean, and like I told you, I thought it could have been a number of people that he hit because Liz and Terry were just in the garage moments before this happened. So I was thinking, like, maybe one of them got hit. She was walking in, she was walking to her car. I don't know, but it ended up being Jordan. And that obviously is going to put a kink in the whole Ryan-Kevin situation.
Oh my God. She's the only person that knows.
Because she's the only one that knows the other side of Franco's plan, his story, his situation. So if she's either dies or is out of commission. Commissioner. If she's not in her right state of mind and able to do this, if she loses memory or something, like, we're screwed. That sets us back for a while.
Right.
I hope that does not happen. But, you know, you got, like, you also got, like, Lulu wants to write her story. Big. And that's a big thing with Franco's end of his bargain. He's got to give an interview. So, is this going to end up being Lulu interviewing Franco? I don't think that's ethically okay. I don't think that'll go that route.
I don't think so either. But what other, besides the Invader or Crimson, who's going to write this? Those are the
never
only
see another employee, so what are they pulling some other employee out of here?
Unless Peter does it.
Peter might do it. Maybe he will do both. He'll interview both of them. I don't know. And like literally Curtis spoke with every single character on the show this week.
He really did.
How did he this Lulu, man was jumping from spot to spot to spot
Scorpio,
all day.
He talked to Marcus, Stella,
Sasha, because everybody is also connected to that, and they are also kind of like onto that situation, and they just know Valentine's up to no good, and they're like each slowly kind of giving Sasha hints like, girl, I know,
you know, I know.
It will be better if you just tell the truth.
She want to come out of the closet.
Yeah, and you got like
they just put R. Kelly in the closet.
Oh shoot, let's not go there. But you also have like Ryan gets Laura, you know, to sign the divorce papers underground there. So that's like official. I don't know, that's weird. I'm just trying to make sure we didn't like.
I don't know. I think we
kind
probably hit on everybody, on everything. It's a whole lot of going on. I just know that when they come out of their headaches, Jason gonna be blind, Drew gonna be blind. Now
obviously they're going to get their shit.
They're gonna get it fixed, but I mean,
you see for the previews of next week, Carly's going to tell Jason because of course you said don't tell anybody, but you're going to tell.
It's her best friend.
You're going to tell him.
You gotta tell Jason.
But yeah, we're very interested to see how Sam covers up what happened.
Yes.
How is she going to react?
How is she going to explain to Shiloh why Jason was there?
Did she break right then and there and be like, "This is my man. Shut up! Like, please just do that because I need you to just stand up and be the Sam I know you are." Because this pathetic ass Sam you're portraying with Shiloh is getting to me. And I swear to God, if people don't start raising their voices, like. Sometimes I can hardly tell what Sam and other people are saying. They're like whispering. I don't know. I just can you talk a little clearer for me, please?
But I'm curious to see how she does with Shiloh. Like, what are you gonna say? Because Shiloh thinks you and Jason are non-factor currently.
Yeah.
Then why is Jason here? Why is he following you? How did he know where you would be? I mean, if it was me, I'd flip it and be like, well, obviously he was gone for 5 years. We were back together, and then I broke it off with him. That's not going to stop him from caring about me and wondering if I'm okay. And you know he's skeptical of you.
You know that's what she's going to do.
You know he's skeptical of you, so he probably just followed me to make sure I was okay.
He probably put a tracker on my phone I didn't know about.
Right.
Or he just followed me from the get-go.
Right.
You know, she could pull it off as like maybe he's being obsessive and whatever, like... And that could be her.
Be with me, woman.
Yeah. She could say, you know, that could be another thing that she uses to kind of convince Shiloh that she's done with Jason. Like, oh my God, he's so obsessive. He followed me here. I don't want to.
I want him to be all right though. So let me just go in this hospital room and check on him.
Son. He's still Danny's dad. So, you know, you gotta. But just, you know, keep the goal in mind that. You want to get this over with and be back together because everybody wants that.
Everybody needs that.
Literally everybody wants that.
Jason can't be with anybody else and neither can Sam.
No.
We're not allowing it. So.
Yeah. There's a lot of things going on and we just got to see how they all play out.
We're looking forward to next week.
Yeah.
We got so many people in the hospital.
Oh, Lord. We're going to be in the hospital.
Everything is going to take place in the hospital.
Yeah. The floating rib was real popular this week. Next week, it's the hospital again. But that's what it's General Hospital.
On the 10th floor. We're all going to be on the 10th
floor. Ava has lived in the hospital pretty much for the last month.
Right.
For, like, no reason. She was just always there. Never anywhere else did you see Ava. Now she's out. So we'll see how this all goes. But, you know, come Monday, we're gonna see everybody come out of it. What's going on with Jordan? Is she okay? She's clearly not because in the preview you see... Curtis
and Stella.
And like she really doesn't want to tell him
what happened,
what state with her. Like she just doesn't want to tell him. So that I will feel real sad for Curtis because I kind of feel like they got married and really haven't had no time together because
it's been
of their jobs. You know, that's just what it is. But I gotta say, like Jordan, I like her character. I like that actress, and she's just like. And earlier in the week, you know, before the trial, she was like really pleading her case to Franco, like, I'm your only way out of this. Like, you're the only person that can help me catch this guy. Like, let's do it. But then this happens, so it's kind of
tough.
It's a kink. Let's hope everything's okay.
I don't know. We shall see.
Yeah, I don't know. We are going to be filming Saturdays from now on, and hopefully getting them up the same day. So we hope that you guys follow along and watch us weekly. It will hopefully be posted on both of our page and our platform, Facebook and channel, or our channel on YouTube. So,
which is GHT, and that's TEA.
Yes.
The letter G, the letter H, TEA. And that's where you can find us on YouTube.
Yes, and we'll be back next Saturday. We hope you enjoy.
With some more tea.
All right, guys.
Let's Kiki.
Yes. Oh, Kiki.